Hoarding.
Ooh. All right. So we got Chiefs Eagles rematch. Who you
Correct.
taking?
My brain says the Chiefs because I gotta see Mahomes lose before I believe he can lose. I mean,
Yeah.
he's lost three playoff games in 7 years, two to Brady, one to Burrow. And
Yeah.
I
And
just
one where he didn't get the ball back.
yeah, and it's just I mean, he's Jordan, so I don't really know. I'm not gonna root against Jordan. He doesn't lose.
Late.
But I mean, the Chiefs, I think have better. I think they're the better team.
Yeah.
But I think Jalen Hurts is limited as a downfield passer, and I'm not betting against Jordan. So
Yeah, for you. I'm taking the Chiefs too.
yeah,
I think the Chiefs defense, I'm sorry, the Chiefs Eagles defense is better than the Chiefs offense, but Mahomes is so much better than Hurts. It's going to be a clear difference, and you're going to see that on the field on Sunday. Um, I think Hurts has better receivers,
yeah.
but he can't get them the ball. So
I mean, the Eagles are loaded, man. They have
yeah, they're loaded. They're
AJ
kind of the
Brown
perfect
and
roster.
Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley, and
Hmm.
they have the best
Goddard is
offensive line
nice.
in football and defense. They got Jalen Carter. They got basically the Georgia Bulldogs that repeated. Jalen Carter, Jordan
Yeah,
Davis, Nolan Smith. They got
true.
the white boy playing DB, Cooper DeJean,
Yeah,
Quinyon
DeJean.
Mitchell. Like there's just they have great players everywhere but quarterback, and
They're lo yeah.
it's enough. They got
Yeah,
enough to
they have
get
enough.
there.
They're loaded everywhere, but the one position that you absolutely have to be loaded at to win a championship.
I mean, they're here,
I mean,
so I
they're
mean,
there, they're in it. Well, and I think it'll be a good game.
yeah.
But I think at some point we'll see. Yeah, Mahomes is going to be Mahomes, and that's just going to be the difference in the game.
So are you a watch at home, watch at the bar, or watch at a party person?
When it comes to the Super Bowl, I like to watch it either at a bar or at a party. Especially for this one with Kendrick doing the
Mm,
halftime show, which I'm super excited about. I got to be like at a party or just like a dope spot to watch the game at.
yeah.
So I probably maybe hit like I'm thinking about hitting a spot in Briar Creek
I was
or
gonna say
somebody's
no names. They don't pay us
yeah,
for
I was about to say
promo.
yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, but you listen, we're not dropping no names till we start getting ads, okay?
Right.
Um,
These water
yes.
bottles are clear. We ain't putting no names on them
Yeah,
or nothing.
ain't no names on here. My hat is backwards for a reason.
Fair enough.
But
Anyways, sorry.
yes, I want to be like somewhere with like dope energy and like-minded people to watch
Yeah.
the game and just the halftime show too, because that's just gonna be lit. Do you think Kendrick is gonna do Not Like Us?
I'm 50-50 on it.
Yeah, because they
And
put it in that last ad. I don't know.
I think, well, okay, so here was my thought before Drake actually did it. I was like, my original thought was I don't think Drake would actually sue over defamation,
Yeah,
but I don't think Fox and the NFL would want to expose themselves to
right.
that lawsuit, to that would have that legal exposure.
That's
But then the nigga
reasonable.
went and sued, so I don't even know. Like this is
Yeah,
before I believed he would actually sue over
actually
a diss
sue.
rap. Because I was like, nobody would actually do that. But entities as large as Fox and the
Yeah,
NFL wouldn't want that legal exposure. But
I
now, I
get that.
mean, I don't know. Like I just
But I think they're so powerful. I don't know if they give a shit.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, I think I've said this on the pod before. Like, I am not co-signing a legal measure being taken. It is a diss rap. I get
Right.
that. But by legal definition, Kendrick has no proof. Pedophile has a very specific meaning, and
Yes.
Drake can very clearly say it harmed him financially to be
Yeah.
called that. Like, so I wouldn't want to be Kendrick Lamar's lawyer right now, saying, "Oh, he didn't." I mean, it's a very like that's a legal definition. Like
Yeah.
he didn't. It was a diss record.
Right.
But again, I'm not a lawyer. But I would say I think he plays it. I think just what's the point at this point? Like
Yeah. Everyone, if that's where everybody's tuning in, you might as well
that's
get
why
the
Drake
record.
filed the lawsuit is to get he doesn't
Try
want
to
him to
stop
say
it.
it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kendrick has enough hits. But I was gonna text you this, but I didn't. But I mean I just put here. I think I'm calling it. Kendrick has a an album cut in Good Kid Mad City
Hmm.
called Now or Never featuring
Hmm.
Mary J. Blige. It's not on the original release, it's on like the bonus, the deluxe, whatever.
Got you.
It's deep in the cut, like 15, 16. It's one of those inspirational. I was gonna say the person I was gonna say the name of a very common inspirational song by an artist that has since been we don't even use his
Yeah,
name.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah.
it's
I
in a
got you.
similar vein. It's like I
Yeah,
have finally made it. I am proud, and
yeah.
I am like I would bet. I think I'm thinking he brings Mary J out and closes that set with Now or Never. Um,
Okay.
and it's just very Super Bowl-y. Normally the Super Bowl act closes with some sort of, um some feel good track, and
Right.
Kendrick
Yeah,
doesn't have a lot of those, and that's one he has. But
that's
it is a
fair.
deep cut. No one would really, I mean, only it's a very deep cut. So,
Yeah. So I think well, I was watching this is a couple weeks ago, I was watching the Joe Budden podcast, and he was like, I think he's gonna do Poetic Justice because Drake was on that song, and I think he's gonna bring Janet Jackson out, and I think that would be fire.
or what's that track with ASAP Rocky?
Fucking
Fucking
Problems.
Problems. Yeah, that
Dog,
would
that
be
would
a
be
way to take
amazing
a shot
at
at
Drake
Drake
without
without
doing it.
exposing,
Yeah,
without calling him a pedophile on 100 million people.
true.
Um,
Yeah, that's true.
so far, far be it for me to defend Drake, but like people are like, he's in his feelings about it, and I'm like, there are very few things more damaging to than
Fair.
being called that.
That
Like,
is true.
you like anybody who dances to someone calling me that is not my friend anymore. Like, I'm sorry, it
So I
doesn't.
get
Yeah, I'm
that,
gonna take that personally.
and that's totally valid. But to me, everything he's done since then just shows like what kind of friend you are. And also like let's like there's a reason if to me everybody hates you. You did something to these people.
Yeah,
Like
everybody ain't lying on you.
they all ain't lying.
A
They all
lot of it
not
is
jealous.
dick riding though. A lot
They
of
all
it
not
is
just
wave
jealous.
riding.
That's true. That's true. Because Ross
Like,
clearly was
because
dick
like
riding. But
it's
I don't
just
know, dog. It's
it's
just
just hard for me to believe that when you haven't said anything untoward to Drake for like Dot has been, I mean, we got freestyles going back a decade.
yeah,
So like,
yeah.
okay,
Dots had it
but
up for
like,
him for a minute.
like where I didn't, I mean, maybe I'm just not in tuned anymore, but I haven't
Yeah,
heard Rick Ross have any problem with Drake until that record drop. I haven't heard LeBron having any problem with Drake until that record drop. DeMar DeRozan have any problem with Drake until that record drop.
yeah,
So like, you know, where was it before? Like you just waited. Like it to me,
yeah,
it's these dudes are way too rich and famous to be dick riding like this. If that was your friend,
yeah.
I
Well,
just don't understand.
so with the Drake and DeMar thing, I don't think they have like beef with Drake. I think they're just like, all right, we're not friends, so it's just like fucking at this point.
No.
Well, I think LeBron probably hates Drake now because of what he's been doing and saying and using act as a fucking
Well, don't
mouthpiece.
dance to a song calling me a pedophile.
Fair, but
Not
the
when I
whole
walked
world is
out.
dancing.
Your son had a heart attack,
Yeah, that's you're right. That's true.
and I was there. Like that's important.
Yes, true.
Like
But so here's my that's
the
you're right.
whole world was dancing. If there's anybody in the planet who doesn't
Yeah.
need to ride a wave, it's LeBron James. I'm sorry.
But
Like,
he also is
no.
just genuinely a huge Kendrick fan. That is also he's also friends with Kendrick too. So I mean,
Yeah, well,
I get
has
what you're
Kendrick
saying.
ever walked out with his cardiac arrest son to a concert? Show me a video of that and I'll shut up.
No, you're that's
Did Kendrick
valid.
pull up to his kids' high school basketball games?
Well, first of all, Drake was doing that because he was fucking that kid's mom, that
I
one kid's
mean,
mom.
was Kendrick at the high school basketball game? Is that not free promo?
I did not see Kendrick at Sierra Canyon's games.
So I don't like when people
I get that.
throw their friends under the bus
Um,
because it's
fair,
hot.
fair.
And especially
But
when there was no incidents of it whatsoever beforehand.
yeah, but I'm almost wondering if maybe something happened before then and they were just keeping their
It's
fallout
entirely
secret.
possible.
And then it just kind of Drake being Drake, he just outed it. And then him and Savannah were like, all right, well, fuck it. Like, I wonder if that's what happened. I don't know. But I also think, yeah, like, of course, I get him being mad at people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But let's not pretend like you didn't start this. And Kendrick said we could keep this friendly. We
Yeah.
don't have to. By the way, it's fact. Like people talk about it in the industry. They had a phone call before the beef. Yo, how we gonna do this?
Yeah.
What's the rules of engagement? And they were
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm not gonna cross this line with you. You don't cross this line with me. And then
Yeah.
Drake went ahead and crossed the line.
That ultimately undermines his whole legal theory because he's made
Exactly.
some just equally
Thank
defamatory
you.
things about Dot, and his defense is basically, well, everyone knows I lie. Like it's not Kendrick's fault. He's more credible than you.
Right.
But we got. I had a thought before. Anyways, that's my. I think Dot does not. I mean, it's his biggest record ever.
Yeah,
So
I think he can. I think he does maybe the hook.
yeah.
there, as long as he doesn't say like pedophile on the
Well, I don't even
mic,
think
I
you
think.
can. I mean, you got to keep in mind, you can't curse. It's still a Super Bowl.
Well, if
Um,
you just say they don't like us, they're not like us. I think
no,
that's
I
fine.
mean, I don't think you can say pedophile on.
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I
he
think
won't
that's
say that.
considered a
And
curse word, really.
I would assume he has a sanitized version that he can do
Yeah.
or that he's worked on to be able to do for this for the
Well,
halftime show.
man, this is a little bit off topic, but rappers really need to get back to. I think they undermine their money not making clean versions of their songs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I have so many friends who are like, I can't play these songs in front of
For
my
my
kids.
kids.
And when I was growing up, my dad had clean versions of Dre songs and Snoop songs. They masterpiece songs. They recorded clean versions.
Right.
DMX is the clean version of Slippin' is on the album. Like you have to go and find a YouTube
Hmm.
version to get the
Yeah,
real version. And it's like, man, y'all hustling backwards where you don't,
that's fair.
especially
That's a
rappers
good
our
point.
age, where like people have kids our age. It's not even unusual. So
Yeah.
I remember I saw Glow doing some award show and every other word was blanked
Oh
out. It's
yeah, she
like,
couldn't do that.
go record a fucking clean
Yeah, when she
version.
was even when she did the camp not campaign, the convention for Kamala,
Yeah.
she could only say 3 words throughout the whole song because
Just go in the booth and record a clean version. Like
yeah, man.
that's late. Stop being lazy.
That's like for me, like as a kid who grew up in the mid 2000s, like the first rap album I ever heard to completion, like that my parents let me listen to was College Dropout because
Yeah.
there was a clean version. Also, when he did cuss, it wasn't like no wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
my
was
parents were
grown before I knew it was shake your ass and not shake your fast.
yeah, no,
Like,
yeah, my parents were really strict with that type of shit. Like I think I was 17 or 18 the first time I heard like consistent unedited music.
I mean, I was in middle school, maybe, but I was in middle school to high school. But like, it took like a lot of the tracks that came out when I was a kid. I had to listen. Like Lil Jon's, I
Right.
like them girls. I didn't know it was I like them hoes because
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
it came out on a movie soundtrack and those were
Hmm.
edited back then. But yeah, man. So I think he thing is, man, like
And if he
I have
doesn't
no
do it,
idea what his set list is gonna look like.
me neither. I think he'll have to do like a because I think it's what 13 minutes halftime show.
He'll do
Yeah,
humble,
he'll do
he'll
Humble.
do
He'll do DNA.
I don't know. That's a if you listen to the pop out, he botched DNA pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, we were just hyped that night, but like it was that's a very vocally challenging song
Yeah.
to
Well, I
do
mean, and
live.
plus he can do medleys, and if he does
Yeah.
medleys, he can cram in 6, 7 songs.
Um he'll do Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. He could
Yeah, he has to
do
do that.
swimming pools. He can
Got to
do
do that.
We Gonna Be All Right. He can do
I think he does backseat freestyle.
yeah. So I Could Fuck the World for 17
22
hours.
hours.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
nothing off
he's
that Mr. Morales. That shit was weak.
no, no, no. He can't do that. He
He'll do
has to
Not Like
do.
Us.
He's got to do Squabble Up. He's got to do TV Off.
I forgot that. Yeah. Yeah, Squabble Up. Yeah. I
Um,
mean, we got 15 minutes right there. So
I could see him opening with Whacked Out Murals.
maybe, I don't know. I think that's a little, you keep in mind, people have to know these songs.
True. You don't think people know that song by now?
Not a Super Bowl audience.
Ah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, to answer your question, to answer my original question, is what I was getting back to. I watched Super Bowl at the crib.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah.
Um, Either that or no, just usually at the crib. So
Yeah.
I will go out after the Super Bowl, but I used to go to
Mm,
Super Bowl parties and I think the last Super Bowl I watched at the bar was the Rams Bengals one.
yeah.
And it's
I
just
think
like
I
the
might
next
be.
day I have to rewatch it because you didn't really follow it.
Yeah, actually, I'm
So
gonna
I
go ahead
just
and
like
see
to
if I can put in my notes to request off for the day after Super Bowl. That should be a holiday to me. Why does anyone work day after Super Bowl?
well,
That's
if they
just
go to
me.
18, the Monday after be President's Day, we'll be off.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So um Yeah, so I watch it at the crib, and then if I do go out, it's usually after because the game's over about 10:30. So,
Yeah.
anyways,